People who used to smoke cigarettes, what did you replace your habit with? I replaced it with nothing. But when I finally beat the smokes, the coughing and feeling sick was replaced with feeling better. Running. Best decision I've ever made. First time I replaced with vaping and relapsed after 6 months. Second time I read Alan Carr's Easy Way and haven't had one since or replaced it with anything. 3 years now. Food. Being a grumpy old fuck. Hot sauce. Oh my lordy, the taste of things like buffalo wing sauce just got magical. Nah, but in all honesty I traded 'em in for sleeping in. Staying warm indoors in winter. Eating tasty things I used to find gross tasting. Then the health benefits. Too many to count. Nothing. I had tried to quit about 5 or 6 times in the past, lasting between a few weeks and a year. I'd used cold turkey or nicotine gum those times. April 8, 2019, I threw away my cigarettes and haven't touched any since. The main thing that made it work this time was that I actually wanted to quit, rather than doing it because I should, or think of the money you'll save, etc. If you're just doing it because it's the best thing to do, then you won't. Also, I learned that if I have cigarettes then I'll smoke them. It's much harder to use willpower if they're there. So the trick is to not have any, and use the willpower to not go and buy more. Yo-yo. Anytime I had a craving, I'd yo-yo instead of smoking. Almost 6 years smoke-free now. M&M's nicotine patches, and lots of M&M's. Vape at first, then nic gum and sunflower seeds. Nothing. A baby. Got pregnant and stopped smoking. Vape. 5 years without a cigarette. Lots of vapes though. Nicotine gum for a year and then normal sugar-free gum for about 4 years after that. Inhaling air. Yoga and breathing exercises. Mints. I smoked up to 50 a day for many years. One day I woke up and decided no more. I simply couldn't afford it. I went cold turkey, and every time I was tempted I reminded myself of how crippling the cost was. I also used an app that would calculate money saved, health benefits, etc. That was really useful in the early days. It was hard as the first 6 months I was incredibly sick from my body getting rid of toxins. Something I hadn't anticipated was the improvement to my mental health from not stressing about money. I had tried many times to quit, but it never stuck. First I switched to a bunch of different types of nicotine. Cigars, pipe, chew, dip, snuff, snus. General is so good, hookah, vape, patches, etc. And then I got really into vaping and was basically treating it like a hobby and was making my own coils and juice and finding recipes online, etc. Then I got bored of everything and just maintained vape, both the DIY stuff and eventually when I got tired of doing that I used Juul. Then I got sick and didn't want to value because it hurt my lungs and I slept basically through the next few days after that, so I had a head start on getting through the cravings. It helped to see the cravings as like a 2-week summer camp that I had to get through. The first 3 days are the big hurdle and then you're just protecting the progress you've already made after that. For now, I will go outside and just stand when I want fresh air, and I will eat raw pasta, chew gum, eat mint candy, or even just sniff a jar of Vapo Rub. I was also mainly into mint flavors with the vape and snus. And I smoked menthols a lot. It is still a little hard when I smell my neighbor smoking or when it's quiet and I am about to go to bed or when I drive. Misery. Cocaine. I just abstained. I reckon it depends on what type of smoker you are. For some it's solely a chemical dependency, the nicotine hit, whereas for others like myself there's the oral fixation, which I think is why people end up eating a lot of candy or snacks. Not smoking cigarettes or anything else. Clean air and bottled water. Nothing. And I felt so much better afterwards. I went the other way. I avoided everything I did while I smoked. No bars. No smoking friends. No smoking places. It helped that I never smoked at home. I still have urges if I go to a bar. Drinking water and bitching at people. Spending time with my child. Gum. Regular. Minty gum. Nothing. Swapping one habit for another didn't seem like a good idea. Fats. Candy or chewing gum. My grandmother started smoking at the ripe age of 9. Continued into her 60 feet IEs. Asked her how she managed to quit. She told me everything the urge got RLY bad she'd chug a glass of water. A lot of water was drank. But in doing so she replaced the act of smoking with a different action and it worked. Another idea, if you wanna quit slowly, or just smoke less, is that each time you think of smoking ask yourself this question. Do I really need this cigarette right here and now? Or can it wait? This way you can postpone it for a good long while. And then when you finally do have that smoke it feels so good. I managed to get down to 2 to 5 smokes a day using that method and I've been smoking a pack a day for about 20 years.